Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina and this is Katrina Reads. I wanted to show you all a book box that I have recently subscribed to. It's my first book box, but it is a weird kind of book box. It's not the same as the ones that I see here on BookTube. So I got a thing called it's backwards because I'll take a picture of it, but it's called Used Books Monthly, and they're supposed to give me 4 books, but they gave me 5. I don't know if that's just because they had space or because I was a new customer. There's nothing special about the packaging. They just put the books in here. None of these look like anything I've ever heard of. So the first one is Firecracker by Shirley Kennett. Will appeal to fans of Patricia Cornwell. The room pulses with electronic life. His mind on overload. He activates the computer program that alters vital patient statistics and kills them one by one. A busy St. Louis hospital uses his computer to issue medical orders for its patients. As someone decides to tamper with the hospital's efficient system, the results are deadly. First, a wealthy and elderly patient dies, then a diabetic man is administered an overdose of insulin. In both cases, the hospital insists it is blameless, but PJ Gray, a psychologist and expert in the groundbreaking field of forensic computer simulation, suspects foul play. Teaming up with the veteran homicide cop Leo Schultz, PJ is hunting a cunning computer hacker who always manages to be one step ahead of them. And as they uncover the clues that give them the insight into this brilliant yet tortured predator's mind, PJ begins to comprehend the monstrous plan he has hatched. With time quickly becoming PJ's enemy, she must use her skills to enter his dark psyche, for the killer has just issued her a horrifying challenge. Guess his next move, or many more will die. Let me see, when was this published first? Oh, there's something stamped. It's some kind of village thing in North Carolina. I just love seeing the history of a book, where it came from, if someone wrote in it. These are comfort books for me. These kind of books that my mother-in-law used to read all the time. 1997. So I like books like this. Like I'm not a snob when it comes to books like this. I like contemporary. I like all the new stuff coming out. But I like just sometimes listening or reading just a good old Patricia Cornwell book. I'm for it. This looks like it looks the same thing. It looks the same way. It's cool how they have the same kind of like I don't know what those these are called, but I know romance books has them a lot of times. This is something that looks like my husband would like. The Doomsday Key further solidifies. What's the name of this? Oh, yes, it's the name of this. I don't know why I'm so interested in when these books came out. 2010. I'll quickly read through. At Princeton University, a famed geneticist dies inside a biohazard lab. In Rome, a Vatican archaeologist is found dead. In St. Peter's Basilica in Africa, a U.S. senator's son is slain outside a Red Cross camp. 3 murder victims on 3 continents linked by the pagan Druidic cross burning to their flesh. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but incorporating history, religion, and science into a rousing adventure story is a task that few authors can pull off, but this is James Rollins. James Rollins knows adventure. Chicago Sun-Times. This reminds me, it sounds like Dan Brown, and I was in to Dan Brown when he was big. This is called Death Was the Picture of Mystery by Linda Richards. I think I looked inside this one and was surprised. Oh no, it came out in January 2009. In 1931, while most of Los Angeles is struggling to survive the Depression, the business of Hollywood is booming and everyone wants a piece. The movies have always been cutthroat, and as Girl Friday, Kitty Pangborn is about to find out that's more than a metaphor. Kitty's boss, private detective Dexter Thoreau, has been asked to help leading man Laird Wyndham prove his innocence. The actor was the last person to be seen with the young actress who died under very suspicious circumstances, and the star has fallen from the big screen to the big house. Wyndham's a dreamboat, but that isn't the only thing that has Kitty hot under the collar. Dex has already signed a client, one who hired him to prove Wyndham's hands are not as clean as they look. Mixing Hollywood glitz with hard-boiled grit, Death Was in the Picture captures the essence of life in Depression-era Los Angeles, a world where times are tough and talk is cheap and murder is often one scene away. So that looks super cool. That looks super cool to me. The next book, I don't know, the Silk Vendetta. This is from a library. From the library of something Petersburg. Something Berg. It's a stamp. Oh, someone's name is in it too. That's really cool. This is a long synopsis. It goes on both the front and the back. Secret of the Nightingale, The Road to Paradise Island, and the Landauer Legacy. For more than 2 decades, Victoria Holt has reigned as unchallenged queen of romantic suspense, with a dazzling succession of over 25 international bestsellers. Now she is at her mesmerizing best as she weaves a captivating tale of passion and intrigue, family fortunes, and deadly betrayals. I'm going to leave it at that because this is an extremely long synopsis. Victoria is one of the world's most popular and beloved authors. Her previous bestsellers include The Demon Lover and The Judas Kiss. She lives in England. Let me see when this book was published. This was from 1987. So maybe I'll start doing like an old book reading vlog once a month or something. Now this one I looked at really fast when I first pulled it out, and I think the front got my attention, so I went ahead and pulled it out because that's, I don't know if you can see, but that's Lee Harvey Oswald on the front cover. And for some reason as a teen I was obsessed with the Kennedys. And so I, read as many biographies as I could get from the library. I watched as many of the movies as I could get to. Being a kid, like it started when I was a kid. My dad was really strict about media and things like that, but I could read any book that I wanted. So I read really inappropriate books and stuff. But I read almost any biography I could read, any theory book that I could read when it came to the killings, anything that I was allowed to watch on television about them, any movie that I was allowed to kind of get around to. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if that's something that's worth psychologically looking at, but I am very interested in this. It's called Libra by Don DeLillo. This is another thing I used to just really love about getting old books from the thrift store, was someone putting their name in the book or notes, or if they wrote notes, or if they highlighted things in the book. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I feel like books are living. Just trying to imagine who Rebecca Thompson Ryan was and why she thought she needed to put the date. And actually, it's interesting. Rebecca Thompson Ryan, October 1988. That's exactly a year after my mom died. In Libra, DeLillo has given us the novel that the shaken American psyche has been awaiting for 25 years. A superbly veracious, artistically impeccable, and eerily convincing fictional speculation of the events leading up to the assassination of JFK. This is the most interesting book out of this box. So we'll see how this works. We'll see how many of these books I like. But that is Used Books Monthly. Again, if it's something you're interested in, log in at usedbooksmonthly.com. I don't know how, I'm trying to remember how I came across them. I think I put in cheap book boxes. I ain't ashamed. I think I did put in cheap book boxes. But anyway, that's it. That's all for this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.